Hello people, this is Ryder here to review the Yokai Watch Shadowside and Yokai Watch Jam Y School Academy Yoseiken Series EX DX Fudo Raimeiken version Kai and Yokai Y Metal set. I guess. So yeah, I actually do have a box for once, so we can actually look at it. But yeah, this is a weird set because this was basically released, I guess, as a transitionary item. Because we have Fudo Myo-O here, and again the Fudo Raimeiken Kai, but we also have a new YSP medal. But as you can see from here, the boxes for the Yoseiken sets are pretty interesting for the most part. They average. See, what confused me is that it's just branded under Yokai Watch, which is weird because YSP doesn't have this branding. And it tells you to use it in Yokai Watch 4 and Yokai Watch 1, and it tells you about the Neo YC. There's just a bunch of things. It shows us the contents and the set name yet again. Again, I feel like the name's a lot longer. I don't think this is just Kai, but I don't know, that's what the wiki says. And I can tell this is just Yokai Y or Yokai Y metal, and obviously I know set because of all the Kamen Rider boxes. This is just filled with a bunch of warnings and such, and again just tells you, I guess, the ranking or like the ratings this does or this is, and it tells us the compatible watches. So here we have the two right here, the Fudo Raimeiken Kai and a new metal type. This is what is called an item metal and such, which I think this is just simply Fudo Myo-O's metal, but this is the item metal for the Fudo Raimeiken. The very original one that they haven't touched on in a while. So this is like obviously really interesting for them to do and such. And this one is Y125. I forgot to point out this one. I think this one is Y001. So this one's already in the hundreds. This one's a 3-star metal, and the back is obviously the same. It's just now, again, we have a two-tone blue. We have a two-toned metal and 2 shades of blue. I think this shade of blue is the indicator that it's an item metal, and this is the actual blue for the Fudo Raimeiken and such. Again, pretty neat. And I think just like the ghost or the summon metals, it does have that nice diamond-esque gem design that and it's not as noticeable, but it's neat. That's it. Anyways, obviously what we're actually here for is the last Yoseiken I needed to cover, the Fudo Raimeiken Kai. It's the mold is the exact same as the Fudo Raimeiken 10. It's just now in this bronze-esque color. Just to put it bluntly. Here's our new stained glass art for Fudo Myo-O, which again, I think it's the exact same, just slightly colored differently. Again, this is just in a different plastic color. This whole base hasn't been changed. Well, again, the clear parts haven't changed, but the actual base itself is just the exact same. It has the track there, and obviously the YFC chip. So if we were to compare it with the Fudo Raimeiken 10, yeah, okay, so the art is different at least he's more prominent. But as you can tell, they just changed the blue to this caramel color. To the point the hilt's not even different. Oops. The YFC chip illustration is the exact same. They just changed a few colors and added a new serial number. And as you can tell from there, does it still have those 3 dots? I can't. It's 4 now. So, alright. But you can't see that, so let's use these two in their respective devices. So with the YSP watch, we'll use an item medal to which we actually will get something new. So that's the sound for the item medals and such, which, I'll be honest, I think these are probably my favorite. And these just function like summoning medals. I really like that it does keep it with the blue and such. So because we did use the item medal, we have to go back to the ogre once and for all for the Fudo Raimeiken Kai. Again, some press it down. There is the last time we ever get to see this watch. And the 3rd time we hear this jingle, which, I don't mind it at all. And I don't know what kind of charge this does within the games it's for. But yeah, this is definitely a really interesting set. It was very beneficial for Yoseiken and I, because obviously I was collecting the Yoseikens and he just happened to start collecting YSP, so I just told him to pick this setup for the sake of that and such. So like, this is definitely an interesting set overall, and I think in a way it kind of helps with being consistent with what the Elda, or like what the Shadowside, during Shadowside, what the Yoseikens were originally released under, because they were originally released with arcs and such. So basically, a Seiken and a metal being paired together is not really that different and such. I just never got those sets because I wasn't collecting the arcs. I only wanted the Yoseikens, so I didn't mind having to pick this setup because, again, Yoseiken was buying into YSP. But I mean, so technically, in a way, this set's kind of pointless because, obviously, again, the only new thing you get is the metal. And, like, for most people, they probably don't even want the Yoseiken. And while, like, those that did collect both of these series, and while it is unfortunate that the, we just have another version of the Fudo Raimeiken yet again, I don't mind it personally. I think it's kind of neat that there's, like, now an entire collection of Fudo Raimeikens that we have. It's just really interesting just to see the evolution of this one character. That's really interesting. Like, I think I would have liked this one a bit more if they actually changed it instead of it just being a remode. But I mean, if that's how it was story-wise, then so be it. I can't do anything about that. Boy, yeah, this set is very skippable, but it's very cheap too, so it's not too bad picking up. Yoseiken got this on Amazon Japan for like $10 when it was still around. I don't think it is anymore, so just try to find it for a cheap price. Yeah, that'll do this review. This is Ryder. I'll leave you people.